Yeah, 144.3. I think it's the best Prefontaine run I've ever had. I think 144.54 in 07 when I beat Yuri was my previous Prefontaine best. And if you guys remember last year when I was dead last in 146, this is better.
A little different.
So I'll take this. Yeah.
Can you talk about the back stretch? It's like you had to really swing wide.
Oh, you know, at that we were supposed to be 49 low, and I think we were like 50 point or 49 high. So it's a little bit more bunched up than maybe I'd have liked to seen it. But going down the back stretch, there were so many bodies. I said if I don't get some of this positioning work done on the back stretch, it's not going to happen on the curve. And I still had to find elbows around the curve, which took a little bit out of me. But as a veteran, you learn you only have enough time on that home stretch to make moves and on the corner to position yourself. And oftentimes, as a kicker, you've got to make things happen on the back stretch for sure.
You're feeling good at this being your opener?
Oh yeah, I mean, I had that 800 in the DMR. The running start helps, and then that 1500 PB at Oxy obviously shows I'm strong, and it's going to take that strength to get through 3 rounds. We all know that. So I feel very happy with where I'm at right now. Got to stay focused. What do we have, about 3 weeks? I think 3 weeks in a day or 2 days. So I'm very, very pleased with where I'm at. How about the Eugene Hayward crowd? Always great. When I started to make my move on the corner, I think you could hear them crescendo a bit. I think they were hoping that I could get up on Cocky a little bit closer, but I think last year Cocky beat me by what, 3 seconds? So I was glad to have him within an arm length or 2.
Did you feel like
kind of a lone wolf in this club, and now there's people everywhere getting ready to go to London?
Oh my goodness, yeah. So you talk about US 800 meter running, where I think it was 2010 I won a title in 145.9, and the next closest guy was 147. I like those days. I like those days a lot, but as a true fan of American middle distance running, I'm really, really pleased to see the youngsters and Davis Robinson and everybody else stepping our game up, because as much as I'd like to see myself in the Olympic finals, it'd mean even more to have 2 or 3 guys in the Olympic finals with me. Oh, that's incredible too. I think we started with 30 guys in 2006, and I'm the only guy left. We've had so many incredible guys come through. A lot of people had to retire early because we didn't have the support, or they personally didn't have the support. It's one of the things I've been championing all year is let's open up sponsorship opportunities. I can't mention them. I'm not sure if I can even mention their name in the mixed zone, but if you guys follow my career, you know who I'm supporting, who's supporting me. Let's get more companies involved in track and field. There's so many companies out there that want to invest dollars in athletes and in track and field. Let's let them. But that's what I'm saying. Jenna, you had a question.
Yeah, what's your plan for the next couple weeks?
Very good question. I'm going to keep hollering at Paris, obviously. Keep seeing if I can get her out here. But more to the point, I'm going to kind of just focus. I'll be in Eugene for the next 2.5 weeks, no traveling. Really will work on what we call speed endurance. So, I told you we worked on the speed the endurance all winter. I did that 200 meter session on Monday, but now we got to do it speed endurance, which is an all-out 600 coming back with an all-out 300. Stuff where you just wake up in the morning and you're like, this is going to really hurt. But it's what allows your body to process that lactate when you really start building it up at 600 meters.
Can you say a little something about your sponsorship? How's the response been from the company? Are they happy?
Fantastic, yeah. Hanson Dodge Creative, they're the company, incredible company. Took a chance on me when I put my shoulder up for bid in January on eBay, and they called me up and said, hey, we like what you're doing. We like how creative you are in pursuing sponsors, and obviously the length you're willing to go to make sure your sponsors get exposure with the media. So I wear a Hanson Dodge Creative temporary tattoo on my left shoulder at every single competition. Unfortunately, due to IAAF rules, I'm not allowed to display it anywhere in the media zone or the competition zone. So a little tape covering it up, but Hanson Dodge Creative, one of my favorite partners, along with Melaleuca and of course Nike.
Has there been any talk with the USOC about, because at the trials, the same restrictions are in place?
Absolutely. Governing body for the Olympic trials is the IOC, and specifically the USOC. They have similar rules. That's a whole nother dragon. I mean, should Olympians get guaranteed pay? Should they be allowed to advertise their sponsors more than just the endemic sponsors of their shoe companies or whatever at the games? We could have a conversation for hours about the pros and cons of that. As an athlete and someone who wants to see more dollars pumped into track and field, I say let's stop kicking potential sponsors out of the sport. Let's invite everybody in. There's lots of advertising space to go around. I got a right shoulder if anyone's interested. So let's do this. Let's get the sponsors into the sport. Let's grow the sport from multiple different sides. It's not just about people running the sport who were around in the 1970s and it was an amateur sport. We are a professional sport, not a semi-professional sport, a professional sport. And you watch the Do Tour, sponsored by Mountain Dew, and what do they all have on their boards and their helmets? Red Bull, Rockstar. There's lots of space to go around. It's not just about, you know, protecting one or two companies. Let's share the space. Let's get some dollars flowing.
Can you show the arm again?
Yeah, for sure.
And has Nike given you any feedback on this?
I haven't heard anything directly from Nike. They haven't contacted me, but I've also been very, very adamant for my entire career that without Nike, I wouldn't be here today. I never would have made an Olympic team. Nike took a chance on me in 2006. They have been everything for me, you know, up until my career really took off. They've helped me grow as an athlete. But Nike, their job isn't to give every single kid coming out of college a contract. That's not their job. Their job is to, you know, get a bang for their dollar, take care of their shareholders, take care of the small athletes, stable of athletes that they have. They're not going to be able to take care of every single athlete. So why don't we let the Handsome Dodge creatives with Melaleucas advertise on the athletes, you know, during the competition, so they can get a return on their dollar. Let's open this up to multiple companies, and I think you know, Nike understands that ultimately, that the bigger the pie, the bigger their slice. Look at NASCAR. You know, you don't see Chevron saying or Ford saying, no, you can't put another sticker on our car. Absolutely not, because they understand that by growing that pie, it's only going to help the whole sport. Yeah. Anything else?